Hi Handmade Alphas! So today we're going to be learning how to make your very own scene creator, just like this one, without the use of Photoshop. Isn't that neat? So you're going to be creating amazing scenes just like this one using items that you probably have laying around the house, or you could run to the Dollar Tree and just stock up on goofy little items that you could incorporate into these scene creators. This is just one that I threw together really quickly, and you're going to watch me throw it together during this video. In the meantime, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course subscribe to the channel for more Etsy trainings and marketing tips. Alright guys, so let's jump right in. Alright Alphas, so starting off, we are going to jump right on to iPiccy.com. Now, if you are seeing this website for the very, very first time ever, you really need to go back and watch my iPiccy training series, which I'm going to link below. It's basically an entire playlist of how to use iPiccy, all trainings that I have done. And basically what iPiccy is it is a photo editing site. It's not an app. You don't have to download it or anything like that. It is actually just a website, and it is comparable to Photoshop, but it makes things a little bit more simple, and it's more user-friendly for those who have never experienced Photoshop, or maybe you just can't afford Photoshop right now, which I completely understand. That's why I started using it, and now that I can afford Photoshop, I still prefer iPiccy. So what you're going to be learning today, obviously while you're here, is how to create your very own scene creator. So we're going to start off by taking some amazing little photos with any camera, and then you're going to put them somewhere on your computer where you can upload them. So starting off to create your scene creator, I just kind of grabbed like some random things laying around my house. Obviously you can do this with your product. You could do it with candy canes or garland or other holiday decorations to make this fit your theme. But basically what we're going to be doing is laying the product on this piece of paper. So let's just start with this lollipop. And you're going to be taking pictures of your product outside in a shaded area on this piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start by doing that, and then afterwards I'm going to have all these photos ready to work with for the video. So I'm just kind of sitting outside doing this. It's super easy. You can use a piece of paper, a poster board, you can use, you know, different little cookies, and loud airplane. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. I live right beside a military base, that's why it's so loud. But I'm using some gemstones. I've got a little guinea pig. You can do Halloween candy. I've got little aluminum roses, all kinds of stuff. So it really doesn't matter what you use. And you can do these for literally any holiday or, you know, just for off season. So I'm going to go ahead and take some photos with these. All right, so taking our photos that we created or that we took over our white background. Remember, this needs to be on a white background for it to work for the scene creator that we're doing today. That's the one disadvantage of iPiccy versus Photoshop, is you have to do your scene creators over a white background unless you want to cut out the entire photo, which takes so long to create a PNG. So we're going to do it the easy way. You're going to go right into iPiccy and upload one of your photos. So we have a lot of great photos to choose from that we took together, but now I'm going to start with some of the photos that we shot. And like I said, make sure that you go back and watch the iPiccy photo playlist before you jump into this. Otherwise, you might end up getting lost. So starting out, we're going to move a little bit quickly, assuming that you guys have already watched that playlist. We're going to go right into our exposure tab and turn up these highlights a decent amount. Boop, boop, boop. That looks okay. And then we're going to close it out, and we're going to do it again. But this time we're going to go in and use our little brush. That way we can do this manually. We're going to click reverse effect, and we're going to pencil this in manually. What this is going to do is it's going to keep you from overexposing areas that are already light, like the stick of the lollipop. And obviously this is going to change no matter what product you're doing. Things are going to be different. So you're just going to have to play with it. But I took photos of a variety of different items And keep in mind, these scene creators aren't just for your photos. They're for props. You know, things that you can sprinkle into your advertising. Like for Christmas, you could do garland and all kinds of different stuff. So, okay, for this particular photo, I'm going to apply this and I'm going to go into highlights again. See what happens when I turn it up all the way? You completely lose the stick. So we're going to go in, reverse that effect again, and do it manually one more time. I actually don't particularly care for how this photo turned out. This particular one didn't turn out that great, so I might not end up using it. Yeah, this photo itself wasn't that great. That's okay though. Not all of your prop photos will turn out perfect, so if you find that one doesn't turn out, 100%, don't worry about it. You can always take more or just, not use this one. I'm gonna turn down the saturation and go ahead and turn this little lollipop stick less yellow. It's a little bit better. And then we're gonna apply that. And then I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit. That way the stick stands out a little bit better. And then you see here is where the edge of the paper was when I was recording. So I'm just gonna go in with draw with a white brush and fill that in. Sometimes I also like to go around the borders just to make sure that there's no other color. All right, and then what we're going to do with this photo, even though this one isn't the best, is we're going to save it. Okay, so moving on to the next photo, I have this little rubber guinea pig. I guess his head was a little dirty. I didn't even notice. Oh well. Just random props, you guys can use anything you want. This is just, I keep this little guinea pig on my desk. It's a long story. I absolutely love guinea pigs, and I used to breed them, but unfortunately I became allergic to them out of nowhere, so I keep a plastic one on my desk. But anyway, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did previously. You're just going to go in and manually lighten up the areas. Do. And like I said, if you did not follow the iPiccy training series, you're probably very lost right now. I cannot stress enough that it is essential to watch that playlist before you try to jump into this. Otherwise, you're not going to know what to do. Okay, so we have another awesome little critter here. One thing that I will say is if you do the scene creators and you notice that there's like some dirt or residue, what you can go in and do is go to this retouch, it's the little head, and go into blemish fixer for the dark spots and shine remover for the light spots. You're gonna make that brush very tiny, just tiny enough to fit, and you can actually go in and clean up all of these little dust spots, especially if you take pictures outside. I notice that that's like when I acquire the most dust, and especially if you're taking photos of your product, sometimes dust just kind of floats onto the product, but in your photos it makes them look almost dirty, and that's never good. So you can always go in and just kind of touch them up. Okay, so we now have a guinea pig. Let's go ahead and save this. All right, moving on to our next photo, we have a pair of my glasses, which you guys probably have seen me wear. They're not the glasses I'm wearing today, just to clarify. Going right back into exposure, we're gonna turn this exposure up way up high. That actually looks pretty decent the way it is, other than this crud that's in my glasses. So we're gonna apply this, and then I might go in and increase the highlights a little bit. Actually, that actually doesn't look too bad. With dark products, you can usually get away with increasing those highlights a lot. So we'll go ahead and apply that. And then the next thing that I really want to do because I can see a little bit of residue, is I'm going to go in here and go to Shine Remover, decrease this brush by a lot, even more than that, and get rid of some of these little dust particles that have popped up. Boop, 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 boop. Just kind of makes things look cleaner, less distracting. Don't want people to focus on the dirt as opposed to the message that you're trying to convey, especially when you're marketing for the holidays. All right, so we're gonna save this one. Next one I have is a flower that I picked from my garden. We're gonna turn up the highlights. This one's gonna be a little bit trickier because it is a white flower. So we're only gonna turn them up a little bit to start out. And then we're going to add another layer with our manual reverse effect. I'm not gonna do it all the way because I want to make sure that I'm layering slowly but carefully, which is pretty essential when you're using iPiccy. Oops. Whew, that took a while. Okay, let's go back in. We're going to do another layer. This one won't be as bad, thankfully. We're just going to go in with this layer and go in one more time. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, and one last thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna turn up the exposure on this particular flower, just a little bit, and then I'm going to compensate by going in with the sharpen and upping the clarity. So pretty. And then you can see a little bit of debris, so I'm going to go ahead and go into Blemish Fixer just to remove the ones that are bad. Obviously, I got this flower from outside, so there are bound to be a couple little spots. Okay, gonna apply that and save. Moving right along, I have a crystal. I'm gonna do this one pretty quick. Here's a couple fun ones I did with some cookies. Also going to speed through these since you guys pretty much have the idea of how to lighten these photos. All right, guys, so next thing, obviously, that we need to do is create our scene creator photos. So one thing that you cannot do on iPiccy is start with a completely white, clean slate. How can you counter this? Well, that's easy. Just leave one of your photos up like this one, and we're gonna go right here into this layering tab. And then up here in this little toolbar, we're going to click on the vector sticker option, go into geometric, choose a square. We're going to change the color to white. Stretch this sucker right over the length of your entire image. Boop. Then you're going to click apply. Ta-da! You have a white clean slate, or you can always upload a white clean slate as your primary image if you would prefer to do that. All right, so you're probably curious as to what to do next. How do I create this awesome scene creator? So we're going to go into the layering tab again after you've applied this nice clean white background. Boop. And you're going to upload all of the photos that you just took in that scene creator. So here is our scene creator photos, and I'm just gonna highlight all of them and upload them. All right, so starting out, I went ahead and also uploaded the Handmade Alpha logo just for fun. That way we can kind of test it out with our scene creator. And I also did one of my own products, one of my keys from Art by Starla Moore. So we've got one of those at hand as well. So we'll go ahead and delete these for now. Let's go ahead and look at what we've uploaded. You can now begin dragging all of your images onto your scene creator. Now, one thing that people are going to immediately say, well, they're all blocky. They've got these big white backgrounds, and now, you can't layer things or get items close. Well, that is an easy fix, because though these are not PNGs, you can actually remove the background. The only issue being that in iPiccy, it makes the image itself mildly transparent, so I can't actually lay items on top of each other. That would be the only disadvantage of not having them in PNG files. So we're going to go ahead and go into, I guess I should show you exactly what I'm doing, shouldn't I? We're going to go ahead, click on an image, and you're going to go up into the image's settings right here. Right now it is in normal, which means it's going to have this blocky background. But instead we're going to go into the option called multiply. Now we have a mildly transparent image that we can move freely along the paper. So we'll stick it right here. We've done the same with this key. Obviously, this scene creator that I'm doing right now, none of these photos have a theme, so make sure that you're actually theming your photos well for your scene creators. I have a photo of my hand, which looks kind of washed out and weird, but And like I said, you can't drag photos on top of each other, but you can get them really close. Once again, we're going to drag a photo on. We're going to go into multiply. Ta-da! Oh, they're so pretty. I have a leaf. Multiply the leaf. Let's see if we can create a neat scene with all these photos that we made. Oh, let me show you one more thing. So if you don't want to, let me delete this. Scoot these guys over here. So if you want to take a photo of multiple items all in one, that way you don't have to take photos, of things individually. What you can also do is go ahead and switch these over to multiply, but say that I only wanted to use one of these little aluminum roses. You can go in here to add a mask and circle the one that you want and click done, and now we just have a red one. Now, if you wanted to do another, we can click duplicate, pull it over here, remove the mask, and then you can add the mask again. Click done. Now you have another one. Duplicate, pull it over here, get rid of the mask, add the mask back, circle another one, click done, pull it back over here. All right, so now let's try to make a neat little scene. Let me see. What can we do with these? All right, guys, this was just a very, very quick example of how to create your very own scene creator using items that you have laying around the house. Or maybe this is a great opportunity to run to somewhere like the Dollar Tree just to grab some items that will fit your brand personality. Obviously, this is a big mismatch of all different items that I just randomly found laying around, but you guys, I think you have the main idea intact. As long as the product is on a completely white background, you can actually take it and drag it anywhere onto a scene creator to create your very own scenes by using this multiply function within iPiccy. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If this helped you, please, please, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, of course, if you need more help with your Etsy shop, photo editing, or any Etsy tutorials, which I upload on the weekly. And one last thing, guys. Oh, so excited. The amazing Renee Christine has offered our Handmade Alphas a deal that I am so excited to announce for you guys. So, Handmade Alphas this year are sponsoring the Architect launch for 2.0. Now, what Architect is it is a course that is going to help you to create your very own designer website. And thanks to Renee Christine this year, she has offered the Handmade Alphas a killer discount. Like, so big, I can't even fathom how she pulled this off. But if you guys want to look into this, if you guys have dreams of owning your very own designer website that you can run either alongside your Etsy shop or use it to replace your Etsy shop if you have an awesome following of fans already, definitely check it out in the link below. That is the link that you are going to need to get that amazing, awesome, epic discount. Not to mention, if you join Architect with the Handmade Alphas, I will personally be throwing in a bonus for you guys. I'm doing a live coaching call for everybody who joins Architect. That means that if you join Architect through the Handmade Alphas, down in the link below, you get a 100% free one-on-one coaching call with me, and we will go over your entire Etsy shop, and I will help you to decide on what tweaks that you need to make and how to better improve your shop. So exciting. This is one of those things that most coaches can charge like literally between $300 to $1,000 for. So I am excited to be able to provide this to you guys for free just because I love Renee Christine so very much, and I think that Architect is an amazing program. I have taken it twice and am currently using it to build one of my own websites. So definitely check that out if it's something that you're interested in. Other than that, one last thing, if you have not yet joined the Handmade Alphas VIP Facebook group, that is also going to be linked below. Our Facebook community is unlike any other Etsy community that you have ever been a member of. Unlike, most Etsy communities where people are just bickering and nobody really knows what direction, we are actually going off of my trainings and we are going all in the same direction as a team. So rather than not knowing what you should be doing, you have a very specific roadmap to follow, along with the help and support of your other Handmade Alphas. This group is 100% free to join, and I'm super excited to be able to provide free trainings, free Q&As, and tons of free goodies there in the group. So be sure to sign up to that link below as well. All right, guys, thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.